Okay, guys. Hi. Me turn off my chat. Hope everyone's doing good tonight. Coming live on my iPhone because I was away from the computer when I scheduled it, and then one of our Fish Fan members said that the Real Fish Talk was still live, and I understand that. And then we started having a storm. So uh, I delayed going live tonight so that others could still participate at Real Fish Talk and then come over to my live stream, which normally is at 6 p.m., and not be missing anything from the guys' trip to Michigan and Germany. And if you want to stay over there, I understand. They're more entertaining, more, informative. I want to say hi to everyone in the chat tonight. I missed a few. Michael Aquarium from England was here earlier. We have HC Aqua. We have KP Aquariums. We also have Freshwater Fish Freaks. We have Gina Tucker Aquariums. And we just want to welcome everyone into the live stream and want to invite you to share the stream and to let others know. Hey, Turbofish, let others know that I am live tonight, hanging out in the fish room with Fish Fam Mom, Susan for SLC Aquatics. And thank you guys that have watched my new trailer that I put out last night. All of the nice compliments that you all have given me, I appreciate it. First of all, I wanted to know if the 29-gallon behind me looks better. I did raise the light 3 inches. I have done a couple water changes. What did I do? I cleaned out my 5-gallon tank that had the blue green um, Moscows in it, and now it is all one colony. And the algae is not growing on like it was. Hey Mario, good to see you. Michael says he's getting a free 55-gallon tomorrow. Sweet. Congratulations. I can't wait to see how you're going to set it up. Hey Dwayne, how you doing? Late happy Mother's Day. Thank you so much. And tell Elaine happy Mother's Day to her as well. Jeff's Aquarium Hobby Enjoyment is in the house. Hi, Fish Fam Mom. Hello, everyone. Turbofish says, great point, Dwayne. Happy belated Mother's Day. Thank you all so much. Love you all so much. I did get a couple birthday, Mother's Day wishes from some of the Fish Fam, and I appreciate that. I had a busy day as usual at church, so but I was talking about the 29 behind me, that I do believe that it's finally cycling, and that, let me see if we can get a little closer. Hang on for the ride. Um, the angel, the angel babies are really growing. Right here. Here's one. There's two of them. There's another one. My autocyclists are doing good. And I added the rest of the blue-green colony, Moscow colony guppies to this tank. So now cousins are now in here. And I did have some die-off here and there while the tank was cycling, even though it didn't make sense to me because I had cycled media in here. But bottom line, it does make sense to me because the tank was cycling with cycled media, but when I added this colony, It, of course, brought the bioload demands higher. And I'm sure I was having some spikes here and there that wasn't registering on my water test kits. So I have one corridor back here in the back by the sign. And I've got 5 baby angelfish. I've got 2 autosynclus and probably about 30 to 35 guppies. And that's who I've got in there. This is not a live plant. This is a plastic water wisteria. This, of course, is plastic, but the anubias, the guppy grass, the java moss, and these plants down here, which I don't know what they are. I got those from Kyle. So, at Kyle's Wild World. I've got one piece of Val in the back trying to catch hold. But hold on while I put you back up on the computer monitor. Sorry for blocking the camera. That's what old people do. um, let's see. I'm catching up with the chat. Let's see. Michael at Freshwater Fish Freak says, I promise I'm going to get back to making content here soon. Good, Michael, and I hope that your new job is working well for you, as well as your other projects. If y'all haven't seen his background that he's been creating on Facebook, please check out his. You can go to Sue's SLC Aquatics on Facebook and see some pictures of his background. Um, Michael says, whoa, the tank looks very crystal clear. Thank you. Algae is slowly getting under control. Pet Sonics, hey Diego, how you doing? Pet Sonics Multiple Aquariums is in the house. I'm doing good, thank you. It's quiet right now, kind of eerie quiet. You know, in the middle of thunderstorms, you could always have something else just come out of nowhere. Miguel is in the house. Hello, Miguel. Good to have you with us tonight. Dwayne says angels will eat guppy babies when they get a little larger. Yes, Dwayne, they're already eating my guppy fry. So I'm okay about that because the angels are only going to hang around for another couple days. These are my first babies that I have raised, and I'm excited, but they're going to the local fish store. They're already the size of a quarter, so they're ready for them. Diego says, with age comes experience and wisdom. For some people. Won't you join me for some fruit tonight? I have 2 kinds of grapes, strawberries, and some kiwi. Well, I understand that, Michael. He says he's been filming. He just hasn't been doing a lot of editing. I need to clean out my computer room so I have a calm space for editing the videos. Cool. I understand, because if I was to give you a 360 of this room right here, it's so junky and piled up. I'm hoping to clean it out as well. But on Friday, I acquired 3 new bettas, 2 new 5-gallon tanks, and a 125-gallon pond liner. So, you all know what's going to be happening the next couple weeks. But this weekend, we have some Fish Fam member meeting this weekend. I'm hoping to see Gina from Gina Tucker Aquariums, Sherry from Sherry Sweeney's Fishroom, and Sherry and Will, who are active on YouTube and on Facebook, and maybe Aquatic Express, little Donald that's close by. He's hoping to be able to come and participate in the meet and greet this weekend. And then we're gonna grab a bite to eat, and then we're gonna go to our local fish store. And Sherry and Will's in the house. Hey, Sherry. Just talking about you. Michael Aquarium said, um, Susan, I told you I had thousands of snails in my 3 foot tank. I emptied my tank out and I put my fish into another tank for all the stones in a bucket and filled it up with vinegar overnight. Now all the snails are killed. No more snails in my tank. It worked. I'm happy. Yay, Michael. I'm glad that worked for you. But you also killed your beneficial bacteria, so your tank is going to go through a cycle if you didn't save your filter media. Freshwater Fish Rick says, I've got some dwarf seahorses coming. Oh, I'm so excited. I've always found that seahorses they've always been fascinating to me, even as a young child. Dwayne says, nice pond liner. Thank you, Dwayne. Yeah, my husband is excited because he says now that I have something that's going to be pretty and attractive in the front of the house. Now we can actually go to work on the front of the house because it's kind of been bare for the last couple of years because we didn't know what we were going to do with it. And it does receive direct sunlight for about 6 hours out of the day. So I'm thinking about getting one of those triangle shaped, um, what do you call them? It's a canopy, a triangle shaped canopy over one corner that will give them some shade. Haha, made it just in time. Yes, you did, Sherry. And I've only been live for about 8 minutes, okay? 12 minutes it says. I was trying to give our friends over at the Mabu studio, the Real Fish Talk, some time so that they didn't feel guilty coming over here and they didn't miss anything that Corey and Corvus Oskin was talking about, and Jimmy. Miguel says, can I keep a betta with guppies? I have a 20-gallon tank. Well, behind me, I do have a 5-gallon tank with some guppies in it. And Miguel, it does depend on the personality of your betta. I had 6 guppies. 2 of them were killed. The other 4 seemed to be spry enough to get away from the betta, but it doesn't stop the betta from hunting. He tries to hunt them and he chases them around the tank from time to time. So it does depend upon the personality of your betta. Most of them are very aggressive. Hi, Daryl. Welcome to the live stream tonight. You caught me eating. I'll try not to eat too much so I can talk to you guys. Did I miss anything while I was talking about the 29-gallon behind me? Also, as you saw on my channel trailer was explaining my new tanks with, I have 3 different kind of bettas. Actually, I have a total of 6 bettas now. I have veil tail, crown tail, half moon. I have a king betta, which is in the placket family. Sherry says, I had a betta with guppies and he was okay for a month or 2, but then started getting aggressive, so I had to buy a new tank for the betta. Not that I minded. MTS, multi-tank syndrome. Yep. They can do well for a while and then they just, revert back into instinct sometimes. Michael says, just like to let everyone know, King of DIY is online right now. He's been live for 1 hour. Yeah, he went live during Real Fish Talk. PMG, PEMG Hustle Woman Yolanda Aquatics. Let me say it right. PEMG Hustle Woman Aquatics is in the house. My friend Yolanda. Hey dear, how you doing? Hope you had a good Mother's Day. Miguel says, I guess I will try and buy a betta, but put it in my 20-gallon. But if he becomes very aggressive, I'll put the betta in a 10-gallon. Sounds good. And if you could get a lot of plant coverage, Miguel, and remember, bettas like slow moving water, not a lot of a lot of aeration, but slow moving water, not high currents. Okay, because of their fins and it wears them out. Freshwater Fish Rick says, I prefer Fish Fam Mom to the king of DIY. Thank you, Michael. Um, yeah, we like to support everyone in the hashtag Fish Fam community, but we have to pick our favorites and hang out with the ones that we want to call our favorites. And as y'all can see over my shoulder right here, my plaque that Gina Tucker Aquariums made for me, Fish Fam Mom, with my green Moscow guppy on it. JH is in the house. Hey Joseph, how you doing? Hope you're doing good. He just came over from Real Fish Time. Thank you, Real Fish Talk. Diego at Petsonics Multiple Aquariums says a hiding spot or a retreat area where the betta can de-stress might work too. But like Susan said, it depends on the individual betta's personality. But I found a retreat area for the betta works for me. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I remember you have a betta in your planted aquarium with other fish. Joseph hashtag Fish Fam Mom. Thank you, Joseph. I love you. Miguel says, thanks so much for the help, Susan. You're welcome, Miguel, and I wish you best. And if you have any other questions, you can contact me anytime. I don't have my email on screen, but if you look in the description below, you can find out where you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, um, my email address. You can also find out where you can buy my aprons at Zazzle.com /SLC Aquatic Store. You can also buy my t-shirts at uh, Teespring. So those links are also in the description. You can buy coffee mugs. You can buy water chain socks, t-shirts, hoodies, and polo shirts. Angelo is in the house. Hey, Angelo. Mwah, good to see you. I got my phone plugged in, everybody. So hopefully I will not uh, lose any power or connection. Because even if my power goes out, I'll still be live. Yeah, I like that. Okay, Angelo says, good evening, Susan. Good evening, everyone. Sorry I can only stop in to say hi. Hope everyone has a wonderful night. Much love. Thank you, Angelo. Much love to you as well. Thank you for stopping in, showing your love, clicking that like button, and just being here. It means a lot to me. Do we have a new little one yet, Angelo? I thought it was later in the year. Sergeant Tank Pets is in the house. Hey, Jeremy. Good to have you with me tonight. HC Aqua says hello again. Hey, I want to know how you're doing in Hawaii with these volcano eruptions. Please update us and let us know how things are going, because you know how the media is. Freshwater Fish Rick says, storm's over. I'm going to Dairy Queen. I want a blast. Get me a blast. I forget the new flavors they have. It's quiet here, so it could have passed over here. But I'm excited because I had 4 goldfish, and 3 of them appeared to be male and 1 female. So they were kind of like overbearing the female for spawning. And I gave 1 of my goldfish to a friend who gave me the 3 bettas and the pond liner. So she said she almost gave him back because he was keeping everything stirred up in their pond, mainly because she probably has some females and he wants to spawn. Gina says, wasn't Mr. Science Geek's wife's baby due in April? Yes, he has a beautiful little boy that's about 2 or 3 weeks old now, Gina. And like I told you, if you would just get a Facebook account for the Fish Fam people, you would catch up on all of that. HC Aqua says, I'm a couple of islands over from the action, thank God. Oh, but we do get volcanic fog from it, which affects some people's breathing. Yeah, that volcanic smoke and smog, that's terrible. We just hope and pray for everyone to be safe, and those that had to evacuate, I know there's no home for them to go back to. So our hearts and our prayers are with them as they go through this hard time in their life. Michael Freshwater Fish Freak says, I used to work in Honolulu a lot. I miss that journey. Q Aquatics is in the house. I'm sorry, Susan, I missed you, sweetheart. I was probably eating a grape. Good to see you, Susan. I see you and my husband had quite a little chit-chat on Facebook over that pond. Yes, Diego, our hearts and our prayers are with those in Honolulu right now. So, after this weekend's meet and greet with Gina and Sherry and Donald, hopefully Donald can make it. That's Aquatic Express. HC says, that's cool, Freshwater Fish Freak. Susan said, ha ha ha, yes we did. Yes, you did. And I know he will do most of the hard work, but I'm going to be out there too. I'm going to get my gloves and my boots on, and I'm going to separate the rocks. They're small rocks like this. So I'm going to separate those rocks out of the dirt the best I can into buckets, and then the dirt's going to go into a wheelbarrow. And Sue, we're not going to dig near as much as you did because we have the preformed liner. And I'm going to, because my yard also floods, I'm not going to be able to put it level with the ground, but I do want to put about 4 inches into the ground, and then we're going to build a wall up around the pond. There's so much rain here, I cannot work on my pond. Oh, and I'm sure it's messing up everything that was level. Now it's not level because the water's going to cause erosion. Sharon Will says, yes, looking forward to meeting everyone. Sherry, yes, I am. And I can't remember if you've had a birthday yet, but Sherry Sweeney, her birthday was on Monday. So is your birthday past or is it coming up on the 19th? I think you said your birthday was the 19th, but happy early birthday. Yeah, we had a storm today here, Susan, and at Q Aquatics, and I'm going to make you a mod, dear, because you're good at sharing links when you have to, and I appreciate that. That's part of the responsibility of being a mod, is sharing links like my Instagram, my Patreon, my PayPal, and you can get that in the descriptions just by clicking on it. And it will take you, if you're on a phone, it will take you away for a few moments. But on that link, you can find a place to copy the link and then come back to the stream and then enter it in the chat. And it is hard if you're on a phone. I understand that. But if you're on a computer or a laptop, you can open up a new tab with the links and, excuse me, share my links in the chat, and that'll help a lot. Sherry says hers is in August. Oh, okay. I don't know where I got mixed up. Maybe I thought I was talking to you when I was actually talking to Sherry. But great. You do have something else to do that day later on in that day. But anyway, I'm so excited. We haven't decided yet where we're going to eat. Thank you, Dwayne. I appreciate you sharing my Patreon page. And I have been really slow on that page lately, but there is patron-only material there that if you would just donate $1 a month, and you don't have to do it every month, you can go in and you can pause your patronage at any time or even completely remove yourself from it. So you have liberty to support me through Patreon and through PayPal. Thank you, Dwayne. He did my PayPal and now he's doing my Teespring stores. I got to update that too because I think the store link that's up there, I need to double check it myself. Give me a few minutes. No, the link is updated. Thank you, Dwayne. That is my new logo and my coffee mug and my, let's see, my 2 t-shirts, my hoodie, and my water chain socks. HC's got to go. See you, honey. Thanks for stopping by. And God bless you is my prayer. Also, I had a little bad news when I came into the fish room. I've been treating 2 of my corridoras that I got from a local fish store. I had 5. And I've lost all but 1 due to this bad fungus infection that I've been treating it with Pimafix. Treats fungal infections. And it looked like they were getting better, and then it just got worse. And when I put medicine in the tank the last 2 days, the one that was weak with actual sore in its body, it passed away. So I do have one of them still living. I'll be watching him to make sure he doesn't break out. But I have no idea. Whatever those poor Cory cats had, I'm going to have to completely sterilize that aquarium before I put anything else in it. Because it was such a deadly fungus or bacterial infection, whatever it is. Dwayne says, totally off topic and very old school, but you are talking about storms and / silence makes me think of tornadoes. And I have a tip for those that have an old analog TV. You can turn the TV to channel 2. Awesome. I've got analog TVs. Joseph and Dwayne going to be roomies in Peru. That's cool. and then dial down the contrast till lightning makes white stripes across the screen. And if a tornado comes into your area, it will turn the screen full white. Tornadoes broadcast at 2 mgh. Dwayne, that is so interesting to know. That that is so cool. Thank you for that information. Because rumor is it's raining again, but rumor is that the sirens that they've been using to warn us, they're talking about doing away with them because of digital um, technology. You know, we can get the warning now on our phones and on our laptops. And I know that's just another sign of failure down the road. Joseph said he would never use Pimafix or Melafix as a med. It's just essential oils emulsified, not a med in my book. Okay, and I only have small bottles left, so it wouldn't be a problem for me to just ditch. I know it said something about derived from tea leaves or something like that. But I don't think I bought these. I think they were given to me. But thanks for that info, Joseph and Dwayne. Flynn's Fish Farm's in the house. Hello, Flynn. How you doing? Good to see you. And I know I'm looking over here at my chat. Is that driving y'all crazy? I can move my phone. That way I'm not looking too far off screen. That's better. Probably blocked my tank a little bit more. Teresa Cookie's in the house. Hey, Teresa. I see you on Big Easy's live streams. Yes, I do. Yes, Susan, that was a train. And I've got insulated windows, so can you imagine how loud it would be with just regular pane windows? Gina says she can't hear the alarm by her house. I used to, but they moved it. Yeah, and they also changed the signal from an analog horn to a digital horn, and that took a lot of volume away. Sherry and Will says, gotta go. Nice chatting some of the live stream. Have a good night, everyone. Okay, Sherry, thank you. We'll see you Saturday around 11. And Sherry Sweeney and I haven't decided what restaurant yet, but it's going to be close to Ed's Pet World up there in the eatery there in Homewood. I think that's, I want to say, I don't even remember what street that is. I think it's around 18th Street. See ya. Love you. Diego sharing my Zazzle store where you can pick up one of your own aprons. The white ones, yellow, or I believe the other one is a brown taupe, T-A-U-P-E color, taupe. Thank you. Dwayne says, JH, I still keep them both in my medicine quiver. Sometimes a small bump of med-like things can be used instead of a shotgun. And do you use the shotgun on your fish tank or on yourself? God forbid. You know, we're joking. Yeah, sometimes you, I know what Dwayne's been through with his beautiful rainbow aquarium there. You know, sometimes we can't get our finger on what's causing it. Hey, Jay Latham, how you doing? Just wanted to pop in and say hi. Hope you have a great live stream, Susan. Thank you so much, James, for being with us tonight. That means a lot to me. Jeff says, that's cool. that a group of you are close enough to meet up. Yeah, Jeff, I've been waiting a long time to find people in my area, and I know there's still more people in my area that may not be exactly in my circle, but I'm on several groups in on Facebook, and there's one here. There's a group here in Birmingham, mixed saltwater and freshwater people, but they just won't get a club going, and so I don't have the time to put into it, but there's a possibility that we can start doing a meet and greet quarterly, maybe quarterly, and we'll see what happens. Gina can give me some pointers. Have you been to your local club lately, Gina? Now, Gina's coming the furthest. She's in Georgia, and she's coming over to spend the night, and then we're going to meet with the other ladies and maybe Donald on Saturday. Yeah, JH says Melaleuca oil is tea tree oil. Melafix and Pimafix is pimenta oil. West Indian bay oil. And it can help comfort the fish, but would not count on it to eliminate any parasite or fungus. Okay. Yeah, a lot of things that they sell in stores, you know, their label says it'll do this, but, you know, through experience, water changes, and trying to, if I had a microscope where I could identify things under a microscope on a slide, you know, I think we all need charts that we can put up in front of our faces. Joseph says, Susan, would you ever make it to the aquatic experience? It would depend on the time of the year that they have it. This year in New Jersey, honey, is not a good time for me. That is our church's founder's anniversary, and it's the same weekend. And I'm a main key person right now. So it's going to be very difficult. I was hoping to go to Chicago in July, but then they moved it to New Jersey in October. So that knocked me completely out of the picture. Maybe I can find some other type of aquatic convention between New Jersey and here. You know, like maybe something in Virginia. I might be able to make something in Virginia. Gina says, no, I haven't. The last few have conflicted with church events. I understand, Gina. And Susan says, I wish I lived closer. I do too, Susan. And, you know, Rod's all ready for you to ride that bike down here. He was just going to go down the street, he said. Don't believe him. He would have hit the interstate. Oh, oh, I do too, really. I think our personalities would get along. Dwayne says, don't think for a second that the heavy meds we use are not dangerous to our fish as well. Some of the oils can be used with true danger to fish. Yeah, I think I was listening to the guy at Mass Aquatics, part of the my aquarium box group over up in New England. I can't think of his name right now. Might be Mike. He says he doesn't treat his sick fish. He'll isolate them sometimes, or sometimes he'll just let them pass away. So, you know, to each his own. And I always believe in trying to do natural things first. Water changes. Certain fish And invertebrates, you have to be careful. And plants, you have to be careful with aquarium salt. But aquarium salt can help. Epsom salts can help, you know, for a limited time in small doses. Let me go back to Dwayne. Dwayne says, don't think for a second that the heavy meds we use are not dangerous to our fish as well. Some of the oils can be used with or without true danger to fish. Got you, Dwayne. Joseph says, true. Q Aquatics, Susan says, I'm going to the aquatic experience for the first time. I am so excited. I really am. Susan, this has been a forte for you to get into the fish hobby again, and you're just a natural with it, and I just want to see you go far with it. JH says, Dwayne, maybe we can be roomies in New Jersey too. Yeah, Mike from Mass. Yeah, Susan, thank you. Dwayne says, sorry, Joseph, but all my cash is going to Peru. Joseph says, oh, no AE this year? Well, Peru is a better use of funds. And Dwayne says, most old schoolers are like that, Susan, because all we had for meds way back when we uh, were doing it were dyes. And the fish just barely survived those. Yep, I remember this blue dye and this green dye. And I've got some of it now, but I don't think to use it because it's so toxic and it stains everything. Um, Gina says, I would love to go to the AE, but I don't want to go alone. I'm sorry, Gina. I know Gina and I were gonna try to do it until I saw the time on the calendar, and you know, it just finances too. You know, I work for a church, so you can't get rich working for the Lord, or you shouldn't, or you. Oh boy, that's another can of worms, isn't it? All right, mum's the word. Um, Jeff says, I think Corden products are like that. It's supposed to be natural. Corden present ick and ick attack. Yeah, the ICX that we do use is has blue methylene in it, I do believe. Does it tell you the ingredients? It's got formaldehyde in it, methanol, which is a form of alcohol, and malachite green chloride. So all of the three of those products just sounds like death to me. But we use it as part of the triple formula of general cure, erythromycin, and ICX to quarantine our fish in. Well, not all of us, but some of us do. Uh, Susan says, not into fish again. This is my first year ever having fish, and I'm learning so much. Yeah, you picked it up so fast, and like I said, you just are a natural. So go for it. The sky's the limit. Roger's aquarium's in the house. Hey, Roger, what kind of light is on the tank behind you? Okay, this is a lighting system by Creative. Oh boy, let me look. It is a light that my son-in-law gave me, and it can be used on salt or freshwater tanks. The light is 10,000 K, and hey dear. And it is a light system by Custom Sea Life Incorporated. It's an older light, and it measures 20, let's see, it measures 30 inches by 2 inches. Wait a minute, 30 inches in length. It's got one 10,000K premium daylight. It's got one ultra actinic, ACTINIC, and 2 moonlights. And it says good news for fish, and it's also good for reef life and also plants. And it has that the blue light, the ultra actinic. So hold on, and I'll turn it on so you can see it. And that blue light is supposed to help with the process of photosynthesis that a plant goes through in the evening, from the daylight to the evening, and the process that the plant goes through in shutting down and resting, and then what used to be waste as oxygen for them, they actually start using that energy to produce carbon dioxide, and also the process of photosynthesis, which allows that to go on, and then the energy that helps the plant go into a rest state and nourish its leaves and stalks and roots. I hope that answered your question, Roger. And Susan says she's learning from all of you guys. And then Dwayne said a mouthful there, Susan. The truth will set you free. Fly, set me free. I want to be a bird and fly far, far away. Jeff's aquarium's hobbyist said to prevent. Oh, cordon prevents ick and ick attack. Thank you, Jeff. Typos, I know. I initially used the cordon prevent ick instead of the ick-x for quarantining and still got ick. Interesting. Diego says to Susan at Aquatics, the aquatic experience is great. I remember going there for the first time 3 years ago. It's an experience. My first year, 2015, I met Dustin and Joey. Yeah, last year was a highlight for our YouTube Fish Fam community, and Rob Lupton at Flip Aquatics, they shared a booth. Yeah, Diego said he would go again this year if they had it in Chicago, but they did move it to New Jersey. Dwayne says, Susan, if you use that actinic bulb much, I will suggest to you that cyanobacteria may grow in your tank, blue-green algae. Okay. I don't have the blue-green algae, but I have had a fur coat of green algae everywhere. But it is, I don't use it much. Matter of fact, I'm going to turn it back off. Because I don't normally run it with the white light. I run it by itself without the white light. But anyway, the algae has cut back a lot. We only have a little while longer to go. We got about 15 minutes. Thank you, Dwayne. And Diego says, I met Bob, Rob, Lucas, and Corey last year at the AE as well. Awesome. We have a beautiful community here in the hashtag FishFam community, and it's a strong one. And, you know, through growth, sometimes the ones we hang out with, we're finding out maybe the things we have in common, the fish that we keep in common. Sometimes we run into cichlid groups. Sometimes we run into guppy groups. Sometimes you just like a person's personality and you hang out with them. I'm missing Chung tonight. Uh, the water box, but he is very busy with his channel now. He's really building. So check out Chung at the water box on YouTube. Look at some of his videos and even his live streams. His live streams are very informative, and he's been a blessing to me. He's given me some pointers about my channel, and I now use TubeBuddy to help create thumbnails, to help me look at what my channel is doing. I went through a slump. I have over 300 videos, so I will be going out and clearing some of my videos out. Um, you can go back and look at some of my first videos and really get a good laugh. Hey Chris, Multi-Tank Addiction. Hi Fish Mom. Hey honey, you just getting in from work? Yeah, I started later tonight because of the weather, and also to as a courtesy to Real Fish Talk. Um, I do respect them. Um, they are why I'm here, and they are why I'm called hashtag Fish Fam Mom. So I give honor to whom honor is due. Everybody's saying hello to each other. That is beautiful. Please check out each other's channel, as the Fish Fam community always does. We don't practice sub for sub, but we do want to support especially the younger channels. I am still trying to get to 1,000. I'll get there eventually. But I'm trying to find who Susan is. Susan for SLC Aquatics, hashtag Fish Fam Mom. I'm not an educational person. I don't, I don't have book knowledge. I don't have experience like Dwayne and Pet Sonics and Chris and Joseph. I don't have, and the list goes on. And if I didn't mention your name, please forgive me. But the thing of it is, uh, we learn, like Susan said, we learn from each other. Dion's in the house. Hey, Dion0026. You'll see 1,000 soon, Fish Fam Mom. Thank you, Dion. Love you. How are those babies doing? Man, I saw that. I saw that outfit that you had on Facebook today. Your camouflage outfit. Yickadee. Joseph said, Susan, you're why I'm here and why I have internet. Hashtag FishFamLove. And you have internet because the community, hashtag FishFam community, gave during those hurricanes last year. And I was able to minister unto you finances. And we are here. We are the reason you're here, Joseph. I was just the screwdriver in the great big hand of the Fish Fam community. That's all I was. The key that opened the door. But I couldn't do it without the hashtag Fish Fam community. But we love you. Praying for you as we enter the hurricane season. And here in the southeast of the United States, we're entering the tornado season. And then in Hawaii, they've got these crazy volcanoes erupting. And I know there's other natural disasters everywhere in other places. Diego, I love you too, Diego, at Pet Sonics Multiple Aquariums. And I will soon be working with Diego at Pet Sonics Multiple Aquariums. So, Diego, if you will post the link, it's okay to post the link in the chat to your website. Go to his website and I haven't seen Priscilla yet, Dion. Yeah. Dion, yes, that outfit was really, really cool. Oh, Rocky's Tanks is here. Hello, Rocky. Good to have you with us tonight. Thank you for joining us. This old dog still learns a new thing every day from the fish fam. Well, all right, Rocks Tanks. All right. If you quit learning, then you've arrived and you're really good for nothing. We've all got to keep an open mind. We've all got to realize that we can all learn something from somebody else. And if I have a little bit of knowledge here and there, I'm the kind that I don't mind sharing it. And a lot of times, I used to do computer repair. I used to build web pages. I used to, oh, there's a lot of things I used to do. And, I got paid for it. And sometimes for special occasions, I'll build a movie slideshow and, share it with the family. And I make money off of that. But those are far and few between. And I have to give God credit for the gifts that He's given me because um, Dion, volcanoes erupting is so cool. It's cool to watch until you realize that it has destroyed life and property. And there is no going back home once that volcano erupts, dear. Oh, you like my picture in the background? Thank you, Dion. That came from Gina Tucker Aquarium. She made that for me. But they're cool as long as they're not harming life. And a lot of times, Dion, we don't realize what's cool to look at is life-threatening and devastating to someone else. And I didn't mean to put a damper on you, and I don't want to point you out. Anybody else who thinks stuff like that is cool, I just have to say something and let you know. Remember, someone has lost their home, someone's lost their life, and Mother Nature herself has lost lives. New England Endlers in the house. Anyone else stream lagging, or is it on my end? I did raise the resolution. Is that what it is? Plus, I'm on my cell phone, so I'm on Wi-Fi. Hopefully, it'll quit. Sean's Fish Tank says, hello, Susan. Long time no see or speak. Hope all is well. Hey, Sean. Good to have you in the house. I'm glad you're here. Yes, it has been a long time. I'm going to have to go check out your channel soon. Have you put up any new content lately? Jenny Lee is in the house. Hey, Jenny, sweetheart. How are you doing? Dion says that is so sad when it touches homes and lives. Yes, Dion. Rock's Tank says God's will, God's way. Yes, Rock. And just like in Louisiana, when those levees broke and homes were flooded and lives were lost, you have to decide whether you're going to go back and rebuild or not. So that's a decision. That's a hard decision. Dwayne says, without those volcanoes, Susan, there would be no islands at Hawaii. And it's all a big circle. Yes, it is. It's a circle of life. And it takes years for the greenery to grow back on. Yes, Jenny, your wrench disappeared. So guess what? Poof, it reappeared. Sean says he's working on some new tanks, and we'll get more active again soon. Good, and I hope you've been well. I am winding down. I can feel my energy level dwindling, but look forward to my project for the pool liner, pool liner, pond liner out front. I'm going to do my best to film it. I'm going to film it on an old Sony camcorder, and I hope to be able to convert it. May not be high definition, but we're going to get that info. And Susan at Q Aquatics, I look forward to watching your pond come into fruition as well. Everyone be safe. Thank you for joining me. Next Tuesday night, and I'll get it right this time. Next Tuesday night on the 22nd, I will not be live due to a church revival, so I will miss you, but I will try to have you some content, okay? I love you guys. Thanks for coming out and being a part of the live stream tonight. This is Susan for SLC Aquatics. Seeing you next time. #FishFamMom. Bye-bye.